Soccer is the most popular sport in the world. You may find yourself wanting to bet on soccer in order to increase the odds of a game or net a big profit. As long as you are careful, betting on soccer can be fun. Choose a bookmaker with a good reputation. Whether you bet at a casino or online, select a bookmaker with a good reputation. The venue or site should have its licenses in order and offer excellent customer service. The site should accept common payment methods and excellent security. Talk to other bettors and do look around online for recommendations from others before deciding whether you want to bet online or on person. Find a betting venue. Betting on soccer and other sports is illegal in the United States except in Las Vegas. If you want to bet on soccer, you will need to go to a casino that offers sports betting in Las Vegas. There are many casinos that offer betting on sports in Las Vegas. Looking for a casino that offers big screen TVs and drinks, allowing you to watch games you have bet on. Do not hire a proxy to bet on your behalf in Las Vegas, as this is illegal. Betting on soccer online instead of betting in person, which can be inconvenient if you are not near a sports betting venue. Try online betting. To bet on soccer online, you must find a reputable bookie, a site that takes bets on sporting events online. Register an account with the site and put currency in your account. Many sites allow you to use bitcoins or link your PayPal account for easy betting and payouts. 5 Dimes and Bovada, well-known sports bettings, are well-known sports betting site. Online betting for sports is of questionable legality, but nobody has ever been charged with a crime for online soccer gambling. However, double-check your local requirements to ensure you can gamble online. Maximize your chances of winning. Have some knowledge about the sports before betting. If you are a gambler more than a sports fan, you might view sports betting as just another way to make some cash. However, it's best to be informed about the teams, players, and trends within the game of soccer before betting on a particular game. Read soccer news and learn to identify matchups that seem to favor one side or another. For instance, if one undefeated team goes up against another team that loses frequently, you will be wise to bet against the team that loses regularly. However, don't always bet on the favorite. Betting against the favored team can yield big rewards if you win. Run a search for soccer betting tips online and do some research before betting on soccer. Understand the odds. Odds or fixed odds are calculation used to determine how much you'll earn from a given bet. Odds are typically represented as a number that you can multiply by your total bet to figure your winnings. For instance, assume you bet $100 on a game with odds of 1.5 in Germany's favor. When Germany wins, you will receive $150, 1.5 times the $100 you bet. An odds-on wager is one where the amount you can win is less than what you bet initially. In the above example, the $150 represents your $100 bet plus $50 extra. These bets are easy to win but offer a minimal payout. An odds against bet is one in which the amount you win will be more than what you staked. These bets are harder to win but reap greater rewards. Different bookmakers have different odds. Check several bookmakers to get the best odds before making a bet. Understand the money lines. Another way to represent odds is with money lines. Money line odds are a given number in the hundreds of thousands accompanied by a plus or a minus. A positive money line odds value indicates how much you will earn on a $100 bet. When winning a money line bet, you'll also get your initial betting unit returned. For instance, if you bet $100 on a team with 200 plus money line odds, you'll get $300 back. Your initial investment of $100 plus $200. If you bet $200 on a game with the money line odds of 100 plus and win, you'll get $400. $100 on the first 100 you spend, another $100 on the second 100 you spend, and your initial $200 investment. Investment. Calculate potential profits with positive moneyline odds by dividing the odds by 100, then multiplying the result by your initial stake. Moneyline odds represented as a negative number indicate how much you must invest before earning $100. For instance, if moneyline odds on a team are negative 100 and you wagered $100 and won, You'd get $200 back, your initial investment of $100 plus and $100 in winnings. Calculate potential profits with negative moneyline odds by dividing the odds by 100, then dividing your stake by the result. Understand the outcome probabilities. Probabilities indicate how likely something is to happen or not happen. Generally, a lower value for odds means that the team you are betting on has a high probability of winning. Higher value indicates the team is not favored and likely to lose. The probabilities of a match outcome are usually defined in the range between 0% no chance and 100% a sure bet. Probabilities do not guarantee an outcome. For example, a team might be estimated to have a winning probability of 70% but still lose. Avoid betting on teams with probabilities for victory of 50% or lower. At that probability, you are taking a big chance with your money. Understanding betting arrangements. Bet on a two-way money line. A two-way money line is a bet based on the 90 minutes of a primary game time, excluding penalty shootouts, golden goals or overtime. In this betting arrangement, bettors will bet on one team winning and another team losing. If the team you bet on wins, you will receive a payout. If the team you bet on loses, you have lost your bet. This type of bet is also known as draw or no bet. Bet on a three-way money line. The three-way money line is just like two-way money line, except that there is an added option to bet on a draw between the two teams. Compared to the two-way money line, three-way bets usually have lower odds. Place a bet on totals. Betting on total means making a guess as the average goal count per team in a game. These bets are usually made as under 2.5 over 2.5 or over stroke under some other number. This means that you are betting that the average goals per team in the game will be over or under 2.5 or some other close value. For instance, assume you made a bet that totals will be under 2.5. If both teams scored 3 goals, the total will be 6 divided by 2 the number of teams in the game. You end up with the number 3. In that case, you will lose the bet since the total was above 2.5, not below. Betting on goal lines. Betting on goal lines means making a bet based on what the difference in two teams' scores will be like. Like bets on totals, these bets are made as an over or under statement, typically under 0.5, over 0.5, or over stroke under some similar value. For instance, if you bet over 2.5 on a game, it means that you believe the winning team will be victorious by at least 3 goals. When betting on a 2 goal lines, you usually need to call the bet as well as be indicating which team you think will win. For instance, you might bet France positive 2.5 goals, meaning you believe France will win the game by at least 3 goals. Keep the over and stroke under value relatively low. The higher the goal line bet you make, the riskier it is to win it. This makes type of bet is also known as the betting on point spreads. Make a split bet. A variation of the goal lines bet is the split bet. In this model, you might bet on over stroke under two close numbers. For instance, a split bet might be over 2 stroke 2.25. This means that half the money you pay is on the bet that assumes the total goal difference between the two teams will be over 2 goals, and other half of your money is bet on an outcome in which the difference between the 2 goals is greater than 2.5. Sometimes you will be refunded and win the other half of the bet. If you bet over 2 stroke 2.5 for instance, and the game ends with a score of 2-0, you will get a refund for half the bet's value and lose the other half of your bet, since the point spread was not over 2.5 and landed exactly on 2. Placing your bet. Decide on your maximum budget. Decide how you want to spend on betting. This amount, known as bankroll, will vary widely depending on your income. Be honest with yourself about how much money you have to invest in betting. When deciding how much bankroll you should acknowledge that it's possible that you should lose the entire bankroll. On the one hand, a budget that is too high may result in a personal bankruptcy. A bankroll that is too low, on the other hand, will limit your ability to reap big rewards from betting. The rule of thumb for beginners' maximum bankroll is $1,000. Do not bet on soccer unless you have sufficient funds. Decide on your maximum bet. Once you have decided how much money you have to play with when betting, you'll need to decide how much you want to place per bet. This amount is known as your betting unit size. Don't place your whole bankroll on one bet. You risk losing it all at once. Conservative or new bettors should bet about 1 to 2% of their bankroll on an individual bet. For instance, if you have $1,000, you might drop $10 on a single bet. Seasoned bettors might wager 3% of their bankroll on a well-funded bet. Your absolute maximum betting unit size should not exceed 5% of your bankroll. Place your bet. Choose the game or team you want to bet on. Once you have registered with the gambling site or entered the casino, make a stake on a game or a team you like. Do not put all your money on one outcome or one game. Distribute your risk by betting on multiple games. Limiting your maximum bet will increase your chances to win. The rule of thumb for beginners maximum bet is $50. If you do lose, be prepared to walk away no matter how tempted you are to continue. You don't want to lose even more. Never make a bet when you are drunk or tired. Know when to quit. If you win, don't get carried away. Enjoy what you have won by cashing out and coming back later. Set specific guidelines for success when betting on soccer. Your goals should be realistic and achievable. For instance, you might decide to cash out when you've earned over $100. Make rules for yourself to prevent excessive loss. For instance, you might decide that if you lose more than $100 on game, you will stop betting and wait for another day to try again. Gambling can be addictive. If you experience a problem with gambling, tell someone or call your local helpline.